So what about the lodges? Because the immigrants, they really brought the lodges to Costa Rica. And in Port Limon, I remember during my time growing up as a child, you used to have a lot of lodges, at least in Port Limon.
Okay. All right. So in Jamaica, we have two kinds of lodges. We have the Mechanics Lodge and the Masonic Lodge. All right. Now, the Masonic Lodge is usually identified with people of, let's say, the upper class, you know, upper class Jamaicans, well accomplished businessmen and so forth, while the Mechanics Lodge is found most among the rural, poorer country folks, people in El Campo. So we will, I have noticed, what I have noticed, and talking to persons and interacting with people from Limon, is that what seems to be in Limon is a mechanics lodge, which would make a lot of sense because, of course, the persons who came across were laborers, you know, persons from the country, heroes who are laborers, you know, to work. So in Jamaica, yes, we still do have the mechanics lodge and we still have the Masonic lodge.
Okay, interesting to also. So what about the deaths and the nine nights and you know all these activities around burial and stuff? Because I know we still keep set up and stuff in Port Limon at least, but I'm not so sure about the nine nights.
Okay, I think generally nine night is a dying tradition. I personally can't remember ever going to a nine night in Jamaica. I don't even think it exists. I don't think anybody does it anymore. I only hear about it, right? We do have setup or wake, as some people call it. And interestingly now, wake, setup, nine night in Jamaica is used to refer to the same thing, which is the night before the burial of the person. You know, and it's a grand occasion in Jamaica. You have a band that comes to sing traditional folk Jamaican music. So these days they're incorporating more modern reggae songs and so forth to it. And persons come from all over the community to, you know, take a drink of the real Jamaican rum, and persons, you know, they sing and they stay until the dawn, you know, with the family. You know, I guess bringing some kind of cheer to the mourners. And so that is a very vibrant tradition. As a matter of fact, in Jamaica to this day, if you have a person who has died in your family and you do not have a setup or nine night or wake, whatever you want to call it, the whole community is going to be upset with that family. So it's actually a must that every family who has a dead have this celebration.
It's still a practice in at least in Port, and I'm speaking for Port Limon, right? Because there's where I am from. So I'm not leaving out there. I'm not speaking like for in Puerto Viejo and Siquirres and the other places, but I am sure that in Puerto Limon, they still have that practice. The nine night, I'm not so sure. I have to like ask my mother and stuff like that. But I know the setup. People still practice that, and sometimes you would hear people with when somebody die, it's very seldom they don't have a setup because probably the person asked that they don't have a setup. But it's still a practice in the Port of Limon.
Somos voces de la historia, sangre, tinta y papel. Somos voces de la historia, mis ancestros, su saber, mis ancestros, su saber, mis ancestros, su saber. Ao y ao.